Welcome to Dare to Lead, featuring garments inspired by leaders. Brought to you by Creative Wearables, members of Columbia Fiber Arts Guild. Our first garment is Connection by Eleanor Peace Bailey.
In something brand new called The Connection. And it is inspired by the incredible Melinda Gates. And so I found myself a skirt. Doesn't it look like a skirt? Well, it was, but it's upside down now. The skirt is upside down. The sleeves are made of scraps. The necklace is made of the states in which I lived. Useless. But still in all, it was fun to make, and it has been fun to wear. This hat is made out of Japanese fabric, which was originally an obi, and it is just the right shade of chartreuse, which is one of my favorites.
Roar by Joanne. Joanne's inspiration for a female leader is Catwoman. She admires her strength, resourcefulness, and cat moves. A large Catwoman figure is appliqued on a white eBay purchased pleather jacket. She is handing a whip that goes around to the front of the jacket. A cat and Roar are appliqued to the front. There is white stitching on the black pants, t-shirt, and black hat. Catwoman sunglasses from Amazon complete the look. Tribute to Kaif by Eleanor Peace Bailey.
Absolutely nothing like a very large tablecloth for a very large lady to wrap around her. And so we have the tablecloth. This garment was dedicated to Kaif Fassett and all the gorgeous fabric that he makes. It makes me so happy to wear his colorful things. And the necklace that I'm wearing is a junk necklace. Jane Wolfe and I decided that it would be so much fun if we took the junk we had and made it useful. All those little kitschy things that you collect because you just can't believe you missed the 70s altogether, and the things that you can put on a piece of twisted fabric. Now the hat that I'm wearing, this hat, is called the Pop Art Beanie. Now I developed the pattern because I remembered those silly beanies that those kids wore in the 30s, where they took their father's hats, their felt hats, and clipped them and stuck buttons on them and so on. And I thought, what better way to remember the 30s than to bring it up to, what is this year?
Joan of Arc by Kathy Powell. Joan of Arc was full of pity when cruelty was the rule. She was steadfast and honorable in an age that both were forgotten. She was a rock of convictions in a time that nothing was believed. She maintained her personal dignity, uninspired in an age of fawning and servitude. Carol by Joyce Kelly. Joyce was playing with silk drapery fabric samples when she remembered Carol Burnett playing Scarlett O'Hara in a dress made from drapes, ripped off their rod. The rod stayed with the drapes. It made her giggle and decide to take on her skit. Barbara by Joanne Carpenter. Joanne admired Barbara Bush for wearing her pearl necklace. What better way to show off her love of pearls than pairing it with a black and white polka dot outfit? It is 2 pieces, top and pants. The pants have a front panel that looks like a sarong tied at the waist. Georgia on My Mind by Jane Wolfe. Georgia O'Keeffe has been recognized as the mother of American modernism. She inspires Jane not only by her paintings, but by the way she lived her life. Strong, independent, and very self-expressed. The dress combines 2 McCall patterns and is painted on loose woven cotton. The 4 paintings that inspired the dress are beside each photo. The skull necklace honors her skull paintings. Steampunk Octopus by Elizabeth Merrill. Elizabeth read about Octavia in The Soul of an Octopus by Cy Montgomery, who taught many scientists and spectators the intelligence, curiosity, and personality of octopuses. As a scuba diver, Elizabeth is curious about these creatures and absolutely enthralled when she sees one. They have 9 brains, live 1 to 5 years, and are on the dinner plate of not only humans, but almost every other carnivore in the ocean, including themselves. The hand embroidery is on a repurposed men's large carbon to cobalt brand denim shirt. Julia by Sherry Joliet. Sherry's role model is Julia Child and owns 7 of Julia's cookbooks. She wears an impeccably clean towel and the French chef badge showing both Julia and her as members. The proper rolling pin and wooden spoon can be stored in the triangular bound pockets. Carmen Miranda by Joanne Carpenter. Carmen Miranda's performance popularized Brazilian music and increased public awareness of Latin culture. In 1941, she was the first Latin American star to be invited to leave her hand and footprints in the courtyard of Grauman's Chinese Theater, and was the first South American honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. She was popularly known as a Chiquita Banana Lady. Kusama Yayoi by Deb Sorum. To Kusama Yayoi, the polka dot motif represents infinity. She is a prolific contemporary artist who works primarily in sculpture and installation, but is also active in fashion, painting, performance, and film. At age 93, living in Japan, she manages her madness by living in a mental institution and working 9 hours a day across the street in her professional studio with assistants. She definitely is a female leader in today's contemporary art field. The dress is fashioned after her preferred minimalist style with a bit of flair, as what girl doesn't love a twirly dress? The polka dots bounce around in acknowledgement of her installations. East Meets West by Jean Burback. Ilhan Omar, a Minnesota congresswoman, was born in Somalia. She represents our modern generation of immigrants who dedicate their skills in making their new homeland, the USA, the best country possible. Authentic West African fabrics inspired a modification of a vintage A-line tunic and full pants for modesty and ease in a comfortable style. Three Bags by Pamela Birkeland. Mamiko Awasaki was the most famous geisha in Japan in her generation. She is now 70 years old, a businesswoman and author. Memoirs of a Geisha by Arthur Golden was a fictionalized rendering of her life. Later, she set the record straight by writing her own memoir, Geisha of Gyon. Pamela's work uses vintage Japanese obi sashes to create one-of-a-kind shoulder bags. Through the Looking Glass by Sherry Doty. Mary Blair was Disney concept designer for the film Alice in Wonderland, as well as many other Disney creations. The wool viscose felt applique duster is a sewing workshop Fillmore. The shirt from their Zen, the hat is Vogue 9235. Malala by Christina Bergman. Christina admires Malala Yousafzai, the Pakistani girl who defied the Taliban by publicly demanding that girls be allowed to be educated. In 2012, she survived and recovered from a gunshot to the head. In 2014, Malala was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. A graduate from Oxford University in 2020, she continues her fight for the education of all girls worldwide. Malala loves bright colors, especially pink. Christina made this blouse from silk fabric that her mother had printed and gave her as a skirt. She paired it with lavender twill silk to make enough for a bright, cheerful blouse. Call for Social Justice by Lynn Deal. This beaded and LED electrified raspberry-colored gown illuminates the continued call for social justice, commemorating Queen Boadicea of Great Britain, contemporary statue in Wales and England, as well as a 17th century poem, Boadicea an Ode, attests to her strength and courage as a wife and mother who dared to lead during 1st century AD, when Emperor Nero of Rome denied civil rights to the British. Madame Marie Dorion by Beverly Sugar. Beverly is inspired by Madame Marie Dorion, the only female member of the 1810 Asturian Overland Expedition. The scarf wrap is 100% polyester with surface treatment of dispersed dyes and infusible ink. A recycled mystery fur adds delightful texture and further adornment. Ada Byron Lovelace by Chris Brown. Ada Byron Lovelace was a 19th century computer pioneer. Her understanding of how the Jacquard loom related to Charles Babbag's analytical engine later lauded her as a mathematical visionary. Had she lived more than 36 years, her insights could have led to technology boom 100 years earlier. October 6th is Ada Lovelace Day to celebrate and promote women in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Her Latin motto on the necklace means the work is its own reward. Ruth by Shirley Jolivet. Ruth Bader Ginsburg was an important lawyer and justice for all the women in the USA. She tried to make us equal to men. In her 27 years on the court, she was known for wearing different collars for different occasions. She was famous for her dissent collar. Also shown is a friendlier collar. Thank you for joining us at Dare to Lead, garments inspired by leaders, brought to you by Creative Wearables, members of Columbia Fiber Arts Guild.